Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 6 starts now.
After a month of searching, the suspect wanted for the Pinnon's murder is in custody. Where in the country the man was found. Rock Valley College is celebrating Black History Month, the event today that is showing resistance through education. And another event at RVC celebrates a program at the college, how this will impact the students' futures. Good evening, I'm Taylor Castro. Thanks for joining us tonight. Now in custody, the man charged with last month's murder at Pinnon's. William Jones is in custody in Huntsville, Alabama, according to Rockford police. Jones is charged with driving with a revoked license and held on a fugitive from justice warrant. He has been wanted since early January after the murder of Peggy Anderson. Tesla is raising prices on its Model Y vehicle. The price is going up some 2% to just shy of $55,000. The move comes 3 weeks after Tesla cut prices nearly 20% on some versions of the Model Y due to sagging demand. To entice buyers, Tesla successfully lobbied the Biden administration to allow the Model Y to be eligible for a $7,500 electric vehicle tax credit under the Inflation Reduction Act. After years of sky-high prices, the used car market is finally cooling down. As the auto industry recovers from supply chain disruptions, used car prices have been dropping. The Wall Street Journal reports many dealers are trying to get rid of their vehicles before prices fall further. The pandemic shortage has pushed car makers to focus on more profitable models. The lower trade-in prices also mean people are holding on to their cars. They're not selling them for expensive new models. New research being done on ducks could eventually help people. Some U of I professors will get $9.5 million over the next 3 years. The goal is to study a duck's immune system. They'll see what can be used to help stop the spread of future diseases in people and other animals, ultimately preventing further pandemics. They plan on doing this by creating new untested approaches that reveal how pathogens work. Some of those new tests are isolating antibodies from ducks to see if they're compatible with people. Professors say they'd also like to create new antibodies to block the areas where infections occur the most, like the lungs. The Congressional Black Caucus is celebrating Black History Month by proposing some new legislation. The caucus introduced 3 bills aimed at preserving Black history and culture. They follow the recent controversy in Florida, where the DeSantis administration blocked an advanced placement African American Studies course. The College Board recently stripped down the proposed syllabus, removing many Black writers and topics, including Jim Crow laws. The proposed bill would require schools to include Black history in order to be considered for some grants administered by the Department of Education. In honor of Black History Month, Rock Valley College is highlighting historically Black colleges and universities. The Rock Valley College Black History and Culture Committee worked with student organizations to put on a series of events this month. This afternoon was all about education, specifically to inform the community about HBCUs.
We wanted to highlight, Black colleges just simply because it is Black History Month and because there's not a lot that goes on in this area that they're able to see. So we wanted to highlight that and just let them know that there's more to our culture than what they may see on the media.
Today's college fair, called Resistance Through Education, is part of a series of Black History Month events at RVC. For the full list of the Resistance Through events, check out this story on our website, mystateline.com. Also at RVC, students will celebrate the completion of the Illinois Film Office Film and TV Workforce Training Program. Our Nikel Delgado was at RVC today. Nikel, what'd you learn?
Well, Taylor, these students are done with the program, but now the real work begins. Students tell me they are prepared and ready to work in the film and TV industry.
Just like mind-blowing for me. I never in a million years thought I would be doing something like this.
Saturday, Kaylee Carruthers was one of 15 students that completed the first Illinois Film Office IFO Film, TV, and Workforce Training Program at Rock Valley College. Kaylee tells me it has been her dream since she was a kid to be in the film and TV industry.
I always loved to write scripts. I've always loved to tell stories ever since I was a kid.
When she heard about the free training program, she jumped on it without hesitation. It's a 4-week training program preparing individuals for entry-level work in the motion picture industry.
It was a pretty short program, but it was intensive. Like, we were doing things the entire time. We actually got to set the camera up and then do the lighting and actually do it rather than sit and talk about it.
Academic chair of Rock Valley College Mass Communication Program, Jerry Labai, says producers need to know who is ready to go and work. This program does just that with training and experience with real professionals in the industry.
It was set training, what you do on a set, what these spaces are like, but it was also like, how do you get your word out there? How do you make your resume? What do you need to have to get your name out there and network? Production in Rockford is growing, very much so, and there's going to be an influx of work in the state, and so these people that are taking this class are going to be at the forefront of that job force.
Kaylee says she is leaving with preparation and knowledge for her future career.
It's very much so a bridge. It's a door that's being pushed open for and allowing people of those communities, POC, women, and just like the underrepresented communities to be able to break into the film industry.
If you have an interest in the film and TV workforce, applications will be taken the whole month of February. You can find out how to apply at mystateline.com. Taylor?
Thanks, Nikel. Breweries were showing off their products for a fun afternoon of specialty craft beers. 815 Ale Fest was held all afternoon at a new location this year, the Tabala Event Center. There were over 20 breweries to sample. Organizers say it's great to see all of the different varieties to taste.
People like to show off what they're brewing and what they're doing. They've got special pours. Some people have brewed specific craft beers just for today. So it's kind of cool that some of the things that you're tasting here today are just for Ale Fest.
This year marks the 5th annual 815 Ale Fest. Well, there's a little over a week until the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles face off in the Super Bowl. And while a lot of people across the country will be watching it on TV, over 60,000 lucky fans will get to watch it from the stands. But it's not cheap. The lowest price ticket is just under $4,500, and that's for some pretty bad seats. If you want to get closer to the field, you're looking at $7,000 to $30,000. For those who will be watching the big game from home, it'll be aired over on Fox 39. A massive train derailment in eastern Ohio last night caused one community to issue a state of emergency and partial evacuation, which remains in effect tonight. The derailment happened in the village of East Palestine near the Ohio-Pennsylvania state line. Some 50 cars went off the tracks, causing a large fire to break out with towers of billowing smoke. One of the cars contains the toxic chemical vinyl chloride. What's called a rain car has a feature that is functioning to help keep the chemical tank safe. A senior official says the U.S. has shot down the Chinese balloon off the coast of one of the Carolinas. The move ending days of speculation about what would happen to the balloon days after it entered U.S. airspace. China denies it's spying on sensitive U.S. military sites. Phil Lipoff has more.
The United States bringing down a Chinese balloon that was traveling across the United States. Earlier today, spotted over parts of North and South Carolina.
I ordered the Pentagon to shoot it down on Wednesday as soon as possible. They decided that the best time to do that was as it got over water outside within the 12-mile limit. They successfully took it down.
In response, the FAA temporarily closing airspace for parts of the two states, issuing a statement that reads in part, the FAA has paused departures and arrivals to support the Department of Defense in a national security effort. Despite China claiming it's a civil aircraft blown off course, U.S. officials insist that is not the case.
But the key here is we don't know what it's looking for. Is it taking pictures? Is it doing signals intelligence where it's intercepting communications? But the thing that's perplexing here is that the Chinese have the ability to do these things from space where they wouldn't be violating U.S. sovereignty.
On Friday, Secretary of State Blinken postponing his trip to China set for next week, saying now is not the time to meet.
I made clear that the presence of this surveillance balloon in U.S. airspace is a clear violation of U.S. sovereignty and international law.
The Chinese Foreign Ministry saying, "We respect that." Pentagon officials claiming the balloon has a large bay of technology attached underneath it, about the size of 3 buses, adding it was maneuverable. Phil Lipoff, ABC News, New York.
Record-breaking cold temperatures are gripping the Northeast this weekend. New York City dropped to 4 degrees early today. Hartford, Connecticut is at -6, and Concord, New Hampshire dipped to 15 degrees below zero. But the wind chill made it all seem much colder. At Mount Washington, the highest mountain in New Hampshire, a wind chill of nearly 110 below was recorded early this morning. Scientists there say that's the coldest they've ever recorded.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
The temperatures just after midnight were still down in the single digits for many of us. Our overnight lows were fairly early on as we've been warming actually for most of the day since then. We got all the way back up into the 30s, and that's still where we sit for many of us this afternoon. 30 degrees in Rockford, 31 in DeKalb, 30 Rochelle, 32 up in Janesville. Some of those temperatures are a little bit on the cooler side from where we have been at least earlier into the evening, but that strong southerly flow still taking over. Now, one thing I want to point out on this map is notice this temperature gradient just to our south and southwest. The reason for that temperature gradient, it's a little bit warmer further to the southwest, is because there's not as much snow there. That snow that we've had a little bit further up to the north really helping to keep temperatures a little bit on the lower side. And many of us are still seeing that snow depth of around 6 inches or even a little bit more than that, especially if you look further up to the north. The further south that you get, there's a lot less of that snow cover. Therefore, temperatures were allowed to get a little bit warmer. Many spots even got close to 50 degrees. Not too much further south of here. We did get a little bit of peaks of that sunshine working in, but most of the cloud cover still sticking around late into the evening tonight, and that shows up on our SkyTrack camera. Here in Beloit, Wisconsin, that's still seeing some of those SkyTrack camera with some of the cloud cover that we're still sticking with even late into the evening tonight. The rest of the night tonight, temperatures are falling back down a little bit, but not too much further from where we are now, down to around 28 degrees, still a fairly mild night. We still have a lot more of the clouds and still a lot more of that breeze coming out of the south. During the day tomorrow, a cold front does pass early into the day, does bring us a slight chance for some mixed precipitation. Not a whole lot of it because there's not really a whole lot of moisture, but that slight chance does come in. Temperatures fairly similar to where we were today, still in the mid-30s as winds are shifting back out of the northwest during the day tomorrow. Futurecast continues to show the increasing cloud cover still remaining thick with us. That cold front does bring that slight chance for maybe a flurry or a light shower or two coming in later into the early part of the morning and then early part of the afternoon tomorrow before we still start to clear out. Temperatures back down into the low teens. Southerly flow once again takes over as we get into Monday. That's ahead of our next weather system that comes in Monday night going into Tuesday. That's with a cold front that does come in and pass and brings us our next chance for some rain showers. We're clear for most of Tuesday, and then that next system comes in Wednesday going into Thursday. That brings us our next chance for some rain and maybe even some mixed precipitation on the back end of that system. However, our warmer temperatures are sticking with us a little bit longer. Climate Projection Center still favoring above normal temperatures from the 10th all the way through into the 14th of this month. That warmer weather sticking with us even on the 7-day forecast. Into the 40s by Monday, 41 degrees and slight chance, especially late into the evening. Still sticking with the 30s and 40s Taylor all the way through into the middle of the week. And our next chance for rain also comes in Wednesday going into Thursday with some wintry mix possible on the back end.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
The Fighting Illini had their work cut out for them today. They traveled to Iowa City to take on the Hawkeyes with a big conference win on the line. Let's go into the first half now. Matthew Meyer goes for the glass and the putback layup. He had 15 points in the first half. Final seconds of the first, and Chris Murray hits the three at the buzzer. Iowa down 1. Now into the second half, Tony Perkins moves, drains the jumper for the Hawkeyes. He had the game high 32 points. Under 3 minutes left now. Meyer knocks it down from deep, all tied at 76. Less than 10 seconds left though. It's the last chance for Illinois, down 3. Jaden Epps pulls up, but it's short. Iowa holds on to win 81-79. It was upset city all around college basketball today. The Indiana Hoosiers take down the #1 ranked Purdue Boilermakers at Assembly Hall. What a massive game that was. And Rutgers took down Michigan State as well. So as you just saw, things got interesting today in the Big Ten. Here are the standings at this point. Purdue still holding down at #1, now 11-2 with today's loss. Rutgers comes in second at 7-4. There's now a three-way tie though for third between Illinois, Iowa, and Indiana at 7-5 with the way today's games finished. It doesn't seem like anyone is going to catch Purdue, but in this league, anything is possible. Let's go to Freeport, where the Pretzels hosted the girls bowling regional. 13 teams from around the area hit the lanes with a chance to qualify for the Dundee Crown Sectional next weekend. The Harlem Huskies were one of the teams to watch, along with Hononegah, and that's a strike right here from junior Cassidy Davenport. DM Beach and the Pretzels were also on the prowl. Here she goes with another strike. It was raining pins everywhere between those three teams, and they all qualified. Hononegah won the regional, led by senior Madison Davenport. Nice roll from her there. Harlem finished in second and Freeport in third. Guilford ended in fourth. The Indians had a lot to be thankful for today. They even had fans doing push-ups. Bowling gets rowdy, folks. Oregon senior Ava White was the individual champion. Congrats to all the ladies who bowled today. And more congratulations are in order for the North Boone cheer team. They were in Bloomington this weekend competing in the state finals. They finished in 5th place in the small teams division. Congrats to the Lady Vikings. The Ice Hogs match up with the Iowa Wild once more tonight in the second of the weekend between the two Central Division rivals. After last night's win, the Hogs now sit in 4th place in the Central with 50 points, while Iowa is just one game ahead in 3rd place with 52. Last night ended in the second straight successful shootout for Rockford. Forward Luke Philp netted the game-sealing goal, his second now of the season. The Ice Hogs now picked up 4 points in their last 5 contests, a big turnaround after that 7-game skid. A large part of that is thanks to goaltender Arvid Soderblom and a stack of solid performances.
Yeah, as long as we win, it doesn't matter how we do it. But as I said, I like the shootout, so if it goes there, I feel confident. I think the boys trust me, and we have some good shooters too, so we can score.
The Hogs will try to make it 3 straight wins tonight. Puck drop is at 7.
First One interactive radar from Rockford Auto Glass and more. Clear from precipitation at the moment. We're warming actually through the rest of the week. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s. A couple chances for rain through the middle of the week.
Thanks, Jordan. Thank you for spending some time with us. We'll see you at 10.